How's it going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, you can hear the weather behind me. It's like, it's what, 1:15 Saturday morning now. I need to stop doing these vlogs so bloody late. This is a vlog about Christmas in prison. Obviously, 'tis the season and all that nonsense. It's now, what, the 8th of December. It's my birthday a week today. 35, don't celebrate it. Don't celebrate Christmas. I've spent 2 Christmases, over 3 stretches, I've spent 2 Christmases in prison. And like I say, time in prison, it's a very depressing time. If you've got a loved one, if you've got missus and kids on the out, or you've, like, do you know what I mean, or family on the out, those that prosper in prison are those that have got nothing on the outside, no friends, no family, no support network, right? To them, prison isn't a punishment. But if you're in prison and you've got loved ones on the outside and something to live for on the outside, then prison is it's a really bad punishment. And psychologically and emotionally, you go through a roller coaster of emotions. And what we do as prisoners, we don't seem to pay respect to the family on the outside. The family and the girlfriend or the wife of the prisoner are living that roller coaster. They're strapped in it with you. When you're up, they're up. When you're down, they're down. They're the ones that are running around, travelling the length and breadth of the country. They're the ones that are, do you know what I mean, keeping our spirits up. They're the ones that are sending money into so you can buy either drugs or postal orders, so you can buy credit, or like bringing your clothes parcels in, or keeping your canteen topped up, do you know what I mean, or keeping your credit topped up in prison. Like, they're the ones that are getting up crack of dawn, travelling on coaches and buses and taxis and trains and taxis in some regards, you know what I mean, to go and see us in jail. And prison is the most depressing time of year, 1,000,000%. Now, I've been in Strangeways at prison, and I'll be straight with you guys. In Strangeways, you eat in your cell. It was 22, 23-hour lockup. There was no Christmas spirit in Strangeways. Woke up, gone and got food, put straight behind our door, got out in the afternoon. I think we went out for exercise for about 45 minutes. Had 45 minutes on the wing and stuff on Soch, and then we was back behind our doors. Went down to get our yummy Christmas dinner, which was just ridiculous, which was disgusting. First time that I'd actually had prison food at Christmas, a Christmas dinner in prison, was on my first ever stretch, and I got remanded in the December of 2014, and yeah, that was it. Went back to my cell, ate my food, which was just vile. The potatoes, you could break the windows, you could put the windows through with them potatoes and stuff. It's prison, I know that. But then at Forest Bank and stuff, I actually got a grasp of Christmas. Now, on my own, I'll be celebrating Christmas on my own. Well, I won't be celebrating it. I don't celebrate my birthday. I don't celebrate Christmas. I'll spend it on my own this year like I always choose to do. But in prison, in Forest Bank, I had to actually get involved with prison. I was a cleaner on the wing, so we had to do handouts and stuff like that. So you'd have Christmas, like you get Stollen, which is like a little Christmas cake thing, and you'd have to do the handouts and stuff. Bread, could be apples, could be like a gingerbread cookie that we got, things like that. So we had to celebrate Christmas. It was forced upon me. So in Forest Bank, you eat on the landing, like you eat on the ones. We put all the tables out, we put all the chairs down. We was all ordering things off the canteen, like heroes and celebrations and things like that, like bits and pieces. So we all was contributing and stuff, so that when the food came over, we had like an abundance. We had a big scran and stuff. And it was weird to see, to be honest, because like I say, I'm not really one for celebrating Christmas. And because we was cleaners and stuff, as soon as the food comes over, we put everything on the hot plate and stuff. We then get our food. Once we've finished and like sorted it all out and stuff, we get prepared, we put our gloves on, we do handouts and stuff. Some lads are on the servery, we're doing handouts, like passing out like bread and like I say, it could be cake and custard or whatever it might be. And yeah, like I say, it was at Forest Bank in the Christmas of 2016. It was like a 4-day weekend. So Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and the 27th, we was out. It was like a weekend regime. The officers laid on games for us, but they just say to the cleaners, like, right, you set up a game of Killer. Now, Killer doesn't mean you run around the wing shanking everybody up and stuff, right? That does go on. But Killer is a game of pool. You go around, do you want to play, do you want to play, do you want to play? There might be 18 lads that say, yeah, yeah, we'll play. So you write all 18 names down, bam, 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 bam. And then what it happens, you've got 3 lives, right? If you miss a shot, you lose a life. If you lose a life, you lose a life. After you've lost your lives 3 times, you're out of the game, and then it comes down to the final 2. And then whoever the final one is, the final one would win. He might win £2 on his credit. He might win a box of celebrations. But the thing is, because we're cons and stuff, we all be going to the office. Oh, boss, listen, I've just won on the table tennis. I've just won on Killer. I won the pool tournament. Pool tournament's just like, again, 20 names. And then, right, you two play each other, you two play each other, you two play. And then obviously it's like a knockout. And then obviously, again, the final 2 down to the final 1, stuff like that. It was a lot of association at Forest Bank and stuff. It was unlocked. Well, I was unlocked anyway because I was a cleaner, but the lads were unlocked from early. It's a depressing time of year, don't get it twisted. I mean, it's about keeping your mind occupied and stuff. People can even have visits on Christmas Day in prison. Now, I don't know if that's every prison. Like I said, I've only been in 2 prisons over 3 stretches, Forest Bank and Strangeways. But at Forest Bank, I think I actually had a visit on the Christmas Day. I'm sure I did in the afternoon. Some people have Christmas Eve, some people have Christmas Day, some people have Boxing Day. Again, disclaimer, that doesn't mean every prison can definitely have a visit on Christmas Day. I'm just talking about, I can't remember Strangeways. I don't think I had a visit in Strangeways on Christmas Day. I had one on New Year's Day, but I didn't want to have one on Christmas Day. And then I had, like at Forest Bank, I think I had one on, I'm pretty sure it was Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Again, it's a depressing time of year. If you've got a loved one on the outside and stuff, and you've got a missus and kids, you're going through emotional shit. You're stressed out, you're missing your kids, they're opening presents, they're sat around toasting and pulling crackers and having a great time on the outside. We're sat in prison. And like I say, it's very, like, there's not much of a Christmas spirit. You make the best of a bad situation. Some people write letters, some people lock off, some people gamble, some people will go and play, if they've got a PlayStation in the cell, they'll go and play PlayStation, or they'll gamble on the PlayStation, say, I bet you £1 for a game of FIFA. So whoever wins, right, is owed £1. If you lose, you're owed £1. You know what I mean? Don't bet if you've not got the money, because obviously you come unstuck. You end up racking it up, double or quits gets doubled and doubled and doubled, double bubble, double trouble. Don't borrow anything in prison during this period or any period, because again, if you borrow, tobacco's banned now, but I used to borrow a Q, you'd have to give £1/2 back. You give £1/2. If you borrow £1/2, you've got to give half an ounce back. Yeah, hold on. If you borrow half, you've got to give an ounce back and stuff like that. Sorry guys, my brain was working at a million miles an hour then. So Q for half for an ounce, borrow, you've got to give 2 back. So it's double bubble, double trouble. So yeah, like I say, you get about the wing, you play games and stuff. Might be table tennis, you might play pool, you might play killer, you might gamble on the thing, you might play cards, you might sit in your cell getting fucking drunk on hooch if that's your thing. I had hooch on my last stretch in prison, got me absolutely mortal, steaming, I was absolutely off my nuts, and then I had to clean the showers, and then Whippet, who I've just covered a story on, dragged me in the showers. It was just a laugh, man. But yeah, it's a depressing time of year and stuff like that. You think of your loved ones and stuff. Your thoughts are never far away from your loved ones on Christmas Day. But there are people in prison that haven't got a support network, that haven't got friends, that haven't got family on the outside, have got no home address. They make the best of the worst situation, but they're not going through it as much as a prisoner that's got a missus and kids on the out. It could be their kids' first Christmas or second Christmas, and they're missing so many things because we're in prison now. People can say, yeah, you commit crime, you go to prison. Yeah, you're right, but not everyone in prison is guilty. You've got miscarriages of justice, you've got people on remand that are not guilty of an offence yet. People that have been stitched up by the police as well. I was on remand on my first stretch on a witness intimidation charge. Bullshit charge. Police informers stitched me up. Police facilitated it, end up in prison. So yeah, like I say, there's many different ways to do prison, like just a 4-day weekend really. So on a Saturday, like the regime was like, I think we get like let out about, we was let out earlier, but the lads were let out about 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. They'd have till about 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock or something. They go back behind the doors, the food trolleys would come over, we'd set it all up, all the food and the scran and everything. Obviously the food's better at Christmas. It's not amazing, but you have more variety and it's more filling and stuff. We'd all sat around toasting and stuff like that. Toasting with like, I ordered a couple of bottles of Coke. We was toasting with bottles of Coke and stuff. Do you want some of this, mate? Do you want some of this? We're all toasting and stuff, saying like to the lads and stuff. Again, this was alien for me. I don't celebrate Christmas, but we had a little toast with our little drinks of like Coke and stuff. We ate like kings. We cleaned away. We stuck our stuff on. You had a lad on a dip. You got the lads on a server. I was on handouts, and then the lads come down the line to get whatever the meal is. The number one, it was Rico. He'd say, right, what's your name? Right, you're on this. So then you get your tea plated up. You go down. Then I think we'd have bread and stuff at the end. And then you'd be like, right, yeah, can I get some bread? Because bread obviously pads your stomach out. A lot of people rely on bread to fill themselves out. They'd go down, they'd sit down and stuff. Now, because I didn't like the stollen and the Christmas cake and stuff, I used to say, you can take whoever wants my Christmas cake, fucking have it, because I don't like it at all. So you get, we'd do Christmas cake and custard, so I'm like, do you want mine? Yeah, bam. Spoon it up and stuff, go and give it to them, and then like if there was extras, they'd shout, if seconds, everyone would jump up if they wanted seconds and stuff. So yeah, like I said, it was about, I remember there's an officer called Kavanagh, like at Forest Bank, Scouser, top guy, mate, really good kid. We played each other at pool, and he said, I said to him, right, what do I win? And he said, right, he said, if you win, and he said, I can't remember what he said if I won, but he said, if you lose, I'm taking your telly, right? I was like, right, and if I win, right, you let me out, you let me go home. Right, so anyway, he fucking 7-balled me. Absolutely 7-balled me there and there on the table. Was fuming. At Forest Bank, guys, the officers are more laid back, so you can have it's more of a laid back atmosphere and stuff. Don't get me wrong, still violent, still volatile, still, I mean, one of them things. And you still got you've got like Kavanagh, old fashioned screw, very old school, by the book, but in a good way, sorted guy. If you're entitled to it, you'll get it, and if you're not, you won't. It's as simple as that. It was firm but fair, and you can't argue with that as a con. So, I mean, his attitude was spot on and stuff, and you used to have a right laugh with him. He used to talk about football, and he's just a nice, approachable officer. There's loads of officers at the jail that were just decent and could have a laugh with and stuff. They understand that you're going through the mire, being in prison at Christmas or any day of the week, to be fair. Some officers don't. Some officers are a small percentage are a bit like the bastards, some of them. But for the most part, good officers. You'd have a laugh. You'd rather be in Forest Bank for prison than you would like a Cat A like Strangeways, even though Strangeways is actually a local jail. It only actually houses 40 Cat A prisoners. Holds Cat Bs, Cat Cs and stuff like that, but they've just not been categorised yet. Or they're on remand or something like that, so as a local. Forest Bank, again, Christmas and stuff, you had to make the best of a bad situation. Just, there was too much sauce for me though. I know that sounds crazy. I was a cleaner, so I was out anyway, but you get, after that amount of time on social, you're talking 6-7 hours of social a day, 5, 6, 7 hours a day social. There's only so much you can put up with. People were locking off thinking, oh my God, I can't wait for lock up, bang up. Other people were just like thriving on it and stuff like that. We'd have a laugh. And like I say, it was the first time where I'd actually been forced to celebrate Christmas. Sat there with the lads, toasting over, like eating like kings. I think I had roast beef that day. No, I didn't. I had turkey. The gravy was like cat's piss. It's prison. The food in Forest Bank, again, Christmas meals in Forest Bank are a lot better than Strangeways. Strangeways HMP, Her Majesty's Prison Service. Forest Bank is Sodexo Justice Services. Different, 2 prisons, a couple of miles apart. Regimes are different. The way the prisons run is different. The officers are different. Christmas is different. Regimes are different. The way the wings are set up is different. Everything's different, night and day. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about your experiences whilst in prison at Christmas or supporting a loved one in prison at Christmas. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.